Hi everybody, it's T. I am going to do a brief, probably fumbled up version of a tutorial. The latest release of the Urban Decay 3 palette. Everybody's talking about it because it's beautiful and I wish I could afford it. But since it's not very practical to go spend $50+, I thought that I could create a look that has similar tones, especially a lot of these rosy tones that really make that palette gorgeous for people with hazel or green eyes especially. And I thought I'd create a similar look with a mascara and my favorite eyeliner, and I will show you what palette I used and we will talk about the price of it. Okay, first of all, I always start with my Oil of Olay moisturizing cream with SPF 15. You get a large bottle of it. It's well under $10 because I am all about saving money as usual, and it lasts me for quite a long time. It's always good if you're out walking, whatever. They also have a sensitive skin formula for those of you girls that have issues with stuff. So I start out with that, and I've only done my makeup on half of my face. And what I did was just a normal like day look that wouldn't be too heavy. I didn't go for a dramatic look. So I start out with that. And one of my favorite foundations over the years, I used to be a really big fan of Max Factor until it was discontinued, so tear, that broke my heart. But anyhow, one that I found that is really good, that is the CoverGirl Outlast, and it is the primer and the concealer and the foundation all in one. And I use number 805 because I have extremely fair skin. And I don't really have a fancy application apparatus or method. I just use one of these foam, what is this, a foam triangle? Well, anyway, I use this and I get a pretty decent even application. And ladies, always make sure that your foundation matches. You know, you're going to want to make sure, even if you need help at a department store at a counter, go up to one of the counters and make sure you're at least getting the right color. Or you can do a little swatchy while you're in the store. I know that they greatly frown upon that, but if there's no samples out, you know, I'm not encouraging, but I'm saying make sure you start out. I use ivory, so make sure you start out with a color that's good because you don't want to have clown face and all that going on. And I have also went over, when I was doing the application on this side of my face, I also went over with my e.l.f. brush, which I love it. I love it. It cost me $1. And to be truthful, I bought it at the grocery store right on the way to get some dairy products to make my son some special treats. So anyhow, this professional foundation brush, go over, you can use it to apply, you can use it, I've seen people use it for liquid, and I use mine because mine's liquid. So yeah, between the wedge and the brush, make sure it's nice and even, and don't be afraid. Yeah, I'm a little thick, so I don't really have the strongest jawbone, but make sure you get it nice and even around there. Okay, on the next, moving on from that, I applied CoverGirl Peach. They got a trio of these sand cheekbones, but they're really actually quite beautiful colors, and I would think that they could be used for women of basically any skin tone, I could imagine. And this one in particular is my favorite, right here. And I actually will apply it, you know, just about where I feel I need it. This brush is a little bit meek, but it still gives you a nice application. And then you can do a little bit of highlighter. I just put it in the places where I feel the sun would hit my face naturally. I apologize for the lighting. I'm not a fancy professional YouTuber by any means, and I'm on a webcam too, so but anyway, and you know, anywhere where you feel you could just use a nice little bit of shading. And then we're going to get to this eyeshadow, I promise. Okay, it's $52 approximately at Sephora to get the new Urban Decay palette. And I have tears because it's not practical for me to afford. However, 4 of the shades that I've seen in the Urban Decay palette that I really was very partial to, I found in this palette called Truffle. And it's made by LA Colors, and it was $1.50 at the Dollar General store. So I went through, and I'll try to show you the colors. It's got a beautiful neutral highlighter here. I know the webcam will only do it so much justice. Let's see. Maybe I can just do better from there. And it has a wonderful coppery tone that is very similar to one that I've seen in the Urban Decay palette. Maybe this is better. And it's a really nice, beautiful copper tone. I don't know if it's showing very well. But anyway, that is what I have applied up in this region of my eye. So I'll just go ahead and get started, because we already had a very big start to get going. It came with a groovy little applicator. Now it is $1.50, but I don't know. I mean, you could, or you could make a little mustache out of it. That's up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pay very close attention. I'm going to start here with this, and I'm going to go over my eye bone. I have very strong eye bones. I mean, it's just like a genetic thing. They're very strong features in my eye bone area. And I usually start up here a little bit, and then I will go here. I'm sure that no one knows how to apply their makeup better than you ladies that do your own makeup. But for my eyes in particular, it is always a very big goal to try to get where they're deep set, to get them to pop out a little bit and define them. And so after I use, that is probably what you'll see me use the most of and be the heaviest on, is this to start with. The next color, which is just, I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous, and it is very similar. For the price, it was just unbelievable, I thought. So I will get some of this on my brush. And for my eyes, I have to be very careful because I don't want to over apply and end up with a look that is perhaps maybe clownish or just, you know, extremely unattractive. The idea is to try to make myself more attractive, if more attractive than when I started. That's what I'll shoot for. Yeah, I'll spit that out eventually. So anyway, you do a nice application here for this part of my eye, because the idea is to have them even up, because later on I'm going to plan on using the other color, which is really, really pretty. So let's see if I can get in there. In my crease. So just apply that decent in the crease. And then next we're going to go to the nutmeg color here. It is very pretty. I doubt that the sheen, it has quite a bit of sheen in it. I don't feel that that is picking up on camera, and I do apologize for that. But in real, if you get a chance, I mean, for $1.50, my heavens, it's worth a try. So for me in particular, with my certain design here, I have my certain eye structure, I go with this. I put a little bit of this brown. And this is feeling very 80s to me. But how many of you were young in the 80s? I was young in the 80s. And we had these brown, boy, we really went for it. And after done with that, right through there, and I would say that's pretty even. And then now is the time to make sure that you've got this right before you apply your eyeliner. Okay, and in the interest of time, I'll try to speed it up a little bit here. Okay, before I apply any eyeliner or anything to complete this, I have blonde eyebrows that are very sparse. They're there, it's just they need a little bit of oomph. So what I try to do is for a daytime look. I don't want to go too extreme. If it's nighttime, I sometimes get a little bit more dramatic. But I have Expert Eyes by Maybelline. Certainly you've seen these. They're extremely affordable. They come in a 2-pack. Most of the times I found them in there. I've generally found them for under $3. They stay on all day, and I think the biggest key, because I use blonde, as you can see, it's quite golden. It is very important to make sure that it just matches. I would not go, if you want to create a very subtle look for daytime, I would definitely not go any more than 1 shade darker than your natural eyebrow if you want to be subtle. So for this, my eyebrows are very thin, and you'll see that I'll be able to fatten them up a little bit with this. This is different to do without a mirror. I can honestly say I've never done this before. So I go along the natural hairline of my eyebrow. I mean, it's there, just very blonde. And what I'm going to do is just try to give it a little bit more. And it also helps give you a little bit of an expression, and it helps give you a little bit of lift, because our eyebrows are part of our face, and they do share a lot of expression. Sadness, happiness, surprise, whatever it might be. They are a very important part of our face. So I also use my e.l.f. brush for lashes and brows. Another big expense, just for $1 there. And anyway, comb that out along the natural line and pat it out a little bit, and we'll move forward. I think that adds a little bit of lift to my face, and now I look a little bit more expressive. Is it a happy expression because I didn't spend $52 on eyeshadow? Oh, how I wished I could have got that. And feel free to go over that yourself if you're not finding it where you need it to be. I'd just be very gentle about the application. I actually just take my fingers, and once I've got the eyebrows done, I will pat in, just so there's not like any loose brush look, or you turn to the side and there's a drawing. Like you want it to be subtle. You can actually apply a little bit of let's do that. We can do just a little bit of your a powder. I use CoverGirl powder just for a touch, just for to complete it. So you go along where your natural eyebrow line is, and the next thing that I do is I use the liquid eyeliner, because that seems like the look that I would be the most happy with today. And I use one of my favorites, which is the Ultraliner by Maybelline. And I like waterproof for this because it's very close to the inner corner of your eye. And you certainly use whatever one works best for you, but I found that this really seems to have a long-lasting look. And on your way to work, you don't want to have to think about your makeup. You got other things you're doing in your day. So I will apply that along my lash line, and I'm going to try my best to have it match up with what I've done on the other side. And let's see. Yeah, do I have this in the screen? Okay. Let me make sure you can see. I've honestly never done this before. And create a little bit of a, there we go. And you're going to want to let this dry for a few seconds. So more than 2 for sure, but you're going to, if you're going with a dramatic wingtip, you're going to want to definitely let it dry for a few seconds, let it set in. And then we'll move on to mascara. I just got a new tube of this one. This is by far my favorite. I've tried some of the other brands. Back in my early teens, I would use Maybelline, but I used Great Lash. And I thought Great Lash was very attractive and all, but I would always have to apply umpteen coats of it. And who has time? Who has time to do all that? So, got a little bit here on my, this is a brand new tube, so this is like my happy spot. Okay, anyway, apply that. I see a lot of the tutorials that are on YouTube, and a lot of the girls really do, oh my gosh, they look so amazing. And they use a lot of, I would say probably more expensive brands, but one of the key things that I thought that they did, they add a false lash, which I also use, but I use e.l.f. Eyelashes. I don't use them quite often, but if I'm going out during the evening time or to something like that, I will, girl, I will put some lashes on, because lashes are like money. You can never have too much. And buying affordable makeup like this allows you to be able to have more money to spend on other things. So apply a few coats of that, and get it to where you want it to be. That's the best thing that I can tell you. Get it to where you want it to be. And if you find underneath that you're not a real fan of having these, just take your hands. And you can very easily take that. Always keep a paper towel handy or something where you can do a little bit of tidying up. So anyway, back to the palette here. We will go over this, and we'll see if we've created a similar color look to the Urban Decay without having to pay the price. You can actually, with the money that you save from this product that was $1.50, you have enough money left over to take your friends or loved ones or someone out to dinner. You'd have about 50 bucks left. I'm just saying, 50 bucks. So anyway, get a little bit of lift there while these are drying. I dry mine differently than other people, and if you like to use those lash curler things, that's great. For me, I just never really had a great deal of luck with them. I didn't really find them to be my happy spot. So, for lips, I used Revlon. I find that when it comes to certain things, Revlon is wonderful. So for my lip liner, I just went with a natural look on the lips. I used Raisin, and here's what the applicator looks like. And it goes on very smooth. It stays on all day. It does not have, it's creamy, but it's not creamy to where you feel like when you use it, you're going to have a nightmare with lines and stuff, or it's going to smear, and you know, we're trying to all avoid clown face here. So I used Raisin with this, and L'Oreal, I used the Nude today, just something a little subtle for daytime. And I used Ferris Nude. It's really actually very pretty. Because of my fair skin, I have to pay attention to what types of makeup I wear, what colors I wear. So, I think that overall, that the eyeshadow look is similar with the coppery tones. And I think that it, in general, offers some of the same properties as far as the shimmery look. And I didn't even use one of the colors in the palette. So it's Truffle. It's by LA Colors. It was $1.50 at the dollar store. And I feel that it, overall, I feel that it created a decent look that was, you know, similar to what I've seen some of the other girls doing. And I saved a lot of money. I'm all about saving money. So anyway, I'm sure that I will see you in the future with something cheap and maybe possibly a different look. Not so much the everyday look, but maybe I'll try something a little bit more dramatic. Maybe a smoky eye. I don't know. Well, anyway, let me know what you think. And if you come across this palette and you try it and you have good luck with it like I did, oh, I just see where I could just a little bit more up there, because I love that. Nice. Anything to give a little bit of lift at my age, right? Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll be back with something cheap and fabulous. Thank you.